Chapter 4. Caleb. The hunter looked at me as if he had seen a ghost. It was fun to watch his reaction to my words, even though only a few seconds passed before he responded. It felt like I had been studying his face for hours. Damn, he was hot. No one had warned me that the hunter would be hot. How annoying was that? I just wanted to get my job done and get back home to my family. But from the looks of it, this wasn't going to happen anytime soon.
"Excuse me, do I know you?"
the hunter asked. It was cute, trying to play all innocent in front of me, pretend that he didn't know anything about witches and hunters, but neither of us were born yesterday. Before I thought too much about it, I grabbed his crotch. However, instead of his dick, my hand found the hilt of his sword. "Are you just happy to see me, or do you want to talk?" I asked. The hunter furrowed his brows and his nostrils flared as he let out a defiant breath, piercing me with pure hatred. That was more like it. That I was used to. He pushed my hand away from him and nodded.
"What do I have to talk about with you?"
he asked. The loud music of the pub was enough cover for a witch and a witch hunter to have a conversation, so I wasn't planning on moving anytime soon. But it did mean that we had to shout to be heard. I gave him the come-hither gesture with my index finger and then approached the top corner of the bar. There was a table for two and a sofa occupied by two lovebirds. Not for long. "Hey, you two! Move it!" I shouted at them and kicked the guy's feet to get their attention. Both stopped kissing and turned. The girl looked dazed, and the guy pissed. He tried to get up and come at me, but I wasn't having any of his bullshit. I had a hunter to negotiate with and very thin patience. "What the fuck did you say, bro? What the fuck did you say to me?" he barked. "Firstly, I spoke to both of you, not just you self-absorbed dickhead. And secondly, you need to move, before I move you." I finished with a smile. They told me that smiles won people over. It hadn't happened to me yet, but I still held hope. It seemed I would have to keep on hoping, because the guy tried to throw a punch my way, but there was no punching an ex-vampire. My bloodthirst and my sensitivity to light might have vanished when I was healed, but my natural reflexes were still alive and kicking. I ducked away from his punch and came up to his side, blocked his hand, then lifted my elbow hard on his chin. The guy stumbled back but attempted to have another go at me. Before I could react, a hand was placed on his chest and the hunter pushed him back. He was trying to protect me. How quaint. The man that had come here to kill me edged closer to the douchebag with a sudden wooden move and whispered something in his ear. The red in the guy's face told me he had not just been told a bedtime story. Whatever it was the witch hunter had told him worked, because he dragged his girlfriend off the couch and allowed us some relative privacy at last. We sat next to each other, but not close. I didn't want to give anyone the impression that I was with a witch hunter. I didn't need any night crawlers around spreading word on the street about me. There was enough of it as it was.
"So, what does a witch have to tell me? What does a witch have to talk to me about? And most importantly, why should I listen to you?"
the hunter asked me. I smiled at him. He was so innocent. I could tell from the way he spoke. Yes, he had killed loads of witches, but he knew nothing about this world, as much as he thought he did. I felt sorry for him in a way. I had once been in his shoes. Maybe not the same ones, since I had never been a witch hunter, but similar ones anyway. We both have a problem that needs fixing. You have a witch in your force, and we have a mole in our midst, I said. I waited for the effect of my words, but it didn't seem to reach him. "Do you understand what I just said?" I asked him. The hunter seemed to be contemplating my words, and when he spoke next, it was all but a grumble of hatred